Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to Arvind Upadhyay Show. This episode is all about talking the how the risk taking is required to achieve your goals, and your ability to achieve goals is affected by the risk taking strategies you use in all areas of your life. Taking the risk involved in moving beyond the status to take advantage of the new opportunities, gain more rewards. This often required the overcoming your personal emotions and sacrificing time, energy, and even money to create a better life. Being a risk taker doesn't mean you are reckless. When you take the calculated risk, learn more about the positive versus negative risk taking, the benefit of the taking risk, obstacles that typically cause us to take fewer risks, how to be an intelligent risk taker, and that tips are developing your ability to take the right risk, the reap great reward. Why do people take risk? People take risk when they are faced with the decision and uncertain about the outcome. When you go through the decision making process, we typically think of the possible choice we can make, ways and the pros and cons for each choice that make the decision that we think will have the best outcome. Some people play it safe and make low risk decisions that will have the minor negative effects. If something goes wrong, others purposefully take higher risk because of the high potential benefits. These are the example of the positive risk taking, but sometimes people engage in negative risk taking. They either will not think the decision through the take impulsive, risky action, or they may make a choice regardless of the high potential negative outcome. So, what is the good versus bad risk taking when setting the goals? Ideally, your life goals should involve some risk of so you can progress from the state you are into the better one. But there is a difference between the smart risk taking and unnecessary, the uncalculated risk taking when the settings your goals. What is the positive risk taking? So positive risk taking requires the gathering information and the taking time to think through. You will wake to all possible outcomes and the plan solutions should be worst case scenario happen. Positive risk are the also called the opportunity risk because of the potential catapult you into in the better situation for the business growth or the personal development. Risky goals are typically not easy to accomplish but can have the big positive outcome. They require effort and push us to realize big dreams and they step out of our comfort zones. Example of the positive risk taking include investing in expensive new technology that could make your business process more efficient, resulting in the greater gains. Taking a new job in the pursuit of the higher quality of life even though it's offer lower pay. Modifying the product design to include more sustainable material in hope to applying the broader customer base. Seeking out the engaging with the mentor to help you advance your career. What is the negative risk taking? Negative risk taking often involves not thinking through the potential negative outcome before making the decision. You might be excited about the potential high returns on the new idea but fail to take into the consideration what you might lose if things don't go as planned. In other instances, you might think the possible consequences but not have any acceptable solution if the worst case scenario happen. You don't create a safety net and are not prepared to handle the fallout. This results in loss of some kind such as the money, time, reputation, happiness, progress and so on. Benefit of the positive risk taking. Without taking risk, we can rarely achieve the kind of the life we want. Lasting success and happiness do not happen by chance. We must often embrace changes and new ideas to achieve the fulfilling life. Successful entrepreneurs, for the example, take calculated risk and make smart decisions to turn their innovative ideas into the profits. Becoming a new business owner is the risk that could potentially replace your full-time job and create financial independence for you and your family. As you contemplate the idea of the taking calculated risk for the positive outcome, consider these 5 benefits of the positive risk taking: greater personal and professional growth. So going back to school or pursuing an industry specific certification will take time, money and effort, but you will inevitably grow personally and professionally from this such risk. Trying new things can increase the opportunities that becoming available to you and expand your potential. You may qualify for the new position, advance to the leadership roles, start your own business, or experience great satisfaction from the talent you develop. Increase self-confidence when do something that pushes you to overcome fear and the doubt. You or confidence grow exponentially. This is especially true when you succeed, but even the act of the embracing changes and stepping out of your comfort zone can expand your mind. Taking calculated risk can then become more second nature. With your increased self-confidence, the risk taker is more likely to find their purpose in the life. Taking risk help you to learn what kind of the life you really want to live and step it take to get there. Better leadership skill. The taking risk help you to grow, and the process you naturally develop better leadership skills. The self-confidence you cultivate make it easier to teach and lead others. You develop the personality traits that make the good leaders, including empathy, creativity, decisiveness, accountability. For instance, facing potential failure can help you understand how others feel when you ask them to take on new role and lead the team project. As a risk taker, you will draw on your past experience to help others overcome risk aversion, learning the aspect of the careful planning and differentiate between the bad idea and the one that is worth the risk. More opportunities. So positive risk are called opportunities risk because they expose you to increased possibilities, whether in your personal or professional endeavor. Taking risk is your money is an investment, can increase your net worth and provide you with the new opportunities. Financial stability brings overcoming uncertainty to apply your noble ideas to new business venture, can make you leader in your field. Improve and newer skill. Moving outside of your comfort zone as a risk taker can help you to develop new skills and improve those you have. This applies to your career, sports and fitness, academia, and the relationship and other aspects of your life, including writing a book, being a public speaker, learning skydive. The list is endless. A roadblock to the risk taking. Despite the advantage of the positive risk taking, most Americans tends to be conservative risk taker, are not risk takers at all. So our research study conducted by the major life insurance company found that the average comfort level for the taking financial risks in the order to get financial gain is 4.9 out of the 10, with the 1 being very conservative and 10 being very aggressive. The study further found that 65% of the Americans and the 45% of the Indians prefer the stability of the staying in one job instead of the pursuing new opportunities, and 76% prefer the consistency of the living in the one place even if moving means potential career growth or other positive outcome. 75% of these pursue personal interests that don't involve risk, while 66% avoid taking risk socially and the finding new friends and relationships. Fear of the failure is the one of the major reason for avoiding risk, but there are additional roadblocks that get in our way to fear. Fear come in many forms. You might avoid taking risk for fear of the failure, embracement, criticism, or rejection. Some people even allow the fear to success that keep them progressing forward because of the changes they will need to adjust and new perspective in their mind that's required. Perfectionism is the irrational habit that accuses to think us we need to do something perfectly in order to for it worthwhile, but this way of the thinking is debilitating. encourages to not try to at all for the fear making mistakes. Procrastination, putting the pursuit of the opportunities to later date, never its common roadblock to being positive risk taker. Procrastination keeps us in a state of the limbo, telling ourselves that we will start our businesses, we will start our work later. When the market is more fluid, we will learn a new skill when we have more time. The truth is, the best time to pursue something that can make your life better is almost always right now. You have the abilities and resources available to you, and being a calculated risk taker is better than not being an action at all. Overthinking, getting caught up the details instead of the focusing on the big picture, is the symptoms of overthinking. When you dwell on a fear or the worry about same thought repeatedly, you are allowing debilitating thought to prevent you from the taking actions. Denial, when you are faced with the problem, you often have to take some kind of the risk to solve it. You make toward the being more successful, happy and satisfied. Dependence on security, so risk taker understand that the value of the making uncomfortable choice that can lead to better return, but dependence on the security can cause up to take fewer risk and no risk at all.